Orthodox Church.
Hi, I'm Nia Vardalis, and you're listening to WICR. Want to hear it in my radio voice? Hi, I'm Nia Vardalis, and you're listening to WICR.
Hello, welcome back. This is The Unknown Show. I'm Boston. And I'm Bayside. Woohoo! The last three songs you heard were Dear to Me by Electric Guest, Electric Feel by Hangar Green, and Hold On, the remix by Chord Overstreet from Glee. So speaking of things that bring me glee, Taylor Swift. Classic.
Swizzle.
Yeah, so we will be talking about how a list was put out last week, no, 2 weeks ago now, basically ranking all of her songs, including covers and collaborations, all of the above. And I would like to read the top 10 for you, and we are going to decide whether we agree with what was put out, and then we are going to give our own little take on what we find.
Yep.
How does that sound?
Yeah.
I think it sounds pretty good.
It's gonna be fun.
So yeah, it was put on rollingstone.com.
Official.
So it's very official.
It's like a comprehensive list, guys. Like every song, every cover you could imagine.
Yes.
That's what this list is made up of.
115 songs. And yeah, I mean, honestly, the guy was, towards the end, like when he got to the songs he was more passionate about, did a good job at making it being like, Taylor Swift is awesome.
Yeah.
So that was good. So just going down in order, I'm again reading only the top 10 just out of sheer time. We do not have time for 115 songs.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe in the extended version of our radio.
You'll get some behind the scenes clips of us just pouring over every single one.
Honestly, that's maybe what we need.
Yeah, maybe that's our study break.
Ooh, our Taylor Swift radio show.
Guys, new ideas.
New ideas. So, we will go from, yes, sorry guys, this is loading, and I'm so
Technical difficulties!
Alright. I've seen everyone but 10, so my struggle is right there. Got it. Okay. So, now that we have this ready, top 10 is, we're going from 10 to 1. Our song is 10. Then we have Red at 9, the song, not the album. Then we have Clean off of 1989 as 8. Holy Ground from Red on 7. Dear John from Speak Now on 6. We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together from Red on 5. Blank Space from 1989 on 4. Long Live from Speak Now on 3. New Romantics from the 1989 Deluxe Edition on 2, which is an interesting pick.
Definitely agree, though.
Oh, 100%. And then All Too Well from Red as the number one Taylor Swift song
I
ever
feel like
written.
no one could kind of say no to that, because All Too Well is just so lyrically well done.
It is. It's very great, and I think it's one of those songs where you may not listen to it every single day because it is very sad, but when you do listen to it, it really just makes you think about your life and her life and
reevaluate everything.
Yeah, like when someone tells me like Taylor Swift isn't a real artist, you kind of just push All Too Well towards them,
Yeah, because it's different than her other music. I think it's more reminiscent of the Taylor Swift title album.
Yes.
I think.
No, definitely. I definitely agree. It doesn't worry about what the pop industry is going to say.
Yes.
And it didn't do phenomenally on any pop charts. It never was a single.
It never blew up, I don't think. Unfortunately, it should have.
It really should have. But I think that just kind of ties in with how great it really is, because it didn't need that kind of press in order to be seen as great by...
Yeah, I mean, she was at some award show when Red originally came out, and it was demanded, actually, that she perform All Too Well by the fans rather than the single that she had just released, because it was so well loved. which I think really says a lot that the fans themselves were taking the time to be like, no, this is what we want to hear.
Yes, definitely, which doesn't happen a lot of the time.
No.
Because record labels will tell you, you know, no, like, this will sell better, this will sound better on the
Yes.
radio, which stinks. But, yeah, what do we think of the list overall? I found it interesting how it really varies between the Speak Now and then 1989 and Red, you know?
Yeah, I gotta say, I did feel like Fearless was neglected, though.
Yes.
I feel like Fearless wasn't looked at enough because, again, Fearless had songs like Change on there, You're Not Sorry, which I think was a gorgeous song.
I think You're Not Sorry is beautiful.
Breathe, which she did with Colby Calais, which was amazing because the way their voices blended, and then she had Hey Steven,
White Horse.
Fearless, White Horse, You Belong With Me.
Really the whole album.
Just stunning. Love Story was on Fearless.
Yes, and I do recall when I was reading this article in full, because that's what my life was
Yes.
a week or two ago, he definitely did mention, I'm saying he because his name was not showing up, I'm so sorry, we'll put it in the description below, but that Fearless as a whole was an underappreciated pop album because of how well it holds together. He
Yeah.
said the same thing for Speak Now, I believe.
Yeah.
I understand why her self-titled Taylor Swift first album wasn't in the top 10 because she was still growing as an
Yeah,
artist.
it's different. You can kind of hear the shakiness in her voice at times, and
Yes.
you can see kind of the repetitiveness of her lyricism. But like songs like Should Have Said No, Stay Beautiful, Mary's Song, I feel like Mary's Song in
Yes.
particular needs more recognition
What
than
a
it gets.
ballad. And I mean, Tim McGraw did make the
Yes.
top area of the list, which makes sense. I remember quoting from the Rolling Stone article that basically said, you know, this song basically was one of the songs that put her at a career above Tim McGraw, you know, make her
Yeah,
more
it
known,
kind of surpassed him a little
you know,
bit.
and I guess that's true, you know, if you say to, I think, a wide range of people nowadays, like, tell me something about Taylor Swift or tell me something about Tim McGraw,
Who are they going to say?
who are they going to say, you know? So it's very interesting to see how she used a name of a celebrity to help her in her fame, and then it kind of succeeds that.
Just out of curiosity, I'd like to know where Haunted from Speak Now is on that list. Because Haunted, there was kind of a little hiccup when Haunted came out, because they released it as acoustic and they released it as kind of a pop song, and I remember the pop song came out and was criticized a little bit. So, that one, and then Enchanted was beautiful, which was actually written about the lead singer of Owl City.
Yes, I thought that was so fascinating. I forgot about that until you just said it right now.
And then there's also Never Grow Up, which is about her relationship with her mother. And then again, Dear John, like you mentioned, which made the top 10, which is about John Mayer.
Dear John is iconic. Dear John and Last Kiss, I think,
Last Kiss is
goodness,
a gorgeous song.
they make you feel emotions that when that came out, and I was what, if that was 20, whatever it was, I was too young to feel any emotion that those songs were feeling,
Yep.
but they made you you empathized with her for something you couldn't relate to yet, you
Yes.
know? So
Yes.
they're beautiful,
Because
and
you could hear the emotion in her voice when she sang that song.
when she sang them live, she definitely teared up. And I mean,
Yeah.
you can say that's showmanship or whatever, but it came across well. And you know, if that's just her being a performer, so be it, because it worked.
Yeah.
You know? But no, those songs very impressed me. If you had to pick a favorite album, do you think you could? And do you know what it would be?
If it was like the end of the line, I had to choose a favorite album, every other album would be destroyed, wiped off the planet. I think it's not my favorite, but it has such an even mix of songs, I wouldn't get bored listening to it over and over and over again. I would have to pick Fearless, just because there's such a wide range of music. Like, personally, Red is a little above Fearless. When it first came out, I was absolutely in love with all the songs, but there's kind of a solid theme that goes throughout Red. She has a lot of the kind of the same mellowness to the music. They're all kind of inspired by similar events. And I just thought Fearless kind of had a wider range of music and genre and something more relatable than what she's produced lately.
No, I definitely agree with what you've said. Yeah, because Red, it's such a good, as I say, a fall album.
Yeah, like Begin Again.
Oh my goodness.
Safe and Sound, which has just come up on the board.
Safe and Sound was 45. It deserved more. No, Safe and Sound, I can remember the first time I listened to that and just getting, like, chills.
Absolute chills.
I loved that song so much.
Sad, Beautiful, Tragic. I forgot about Sad, Beautiful, Tragic.
That'll make you feel it. Also, Treacherous.
Yes.
Treacherous was hands down my favorite song on Red.
Guys, there's just some really good emotional Taylor Swift songs that you remember you put on your Cry in My Room Alone playlist a long time ago and didn't realize
It's so
that
frustrating.
was still there.
No, it really is.
Because you listen to them. Yeah, those are the types of songs you can listen to, but they're guaranteed to almost bring down your mood a little bit and make you just a little melancholy.
Yep.
So you can only listen to them when you're in a certain mood, and then you end up forgetting about them.
I know, it's really hard. And then, okay, so we haven't talked about 1989, and we are on time. So if you had to give, like, a top one song, two song off of 1989.
Oh, 1989, my absolute favorite song was Clean. I agree with his listing there. Clean was
Yes, I agree too.
beautifully done. Probably I Know Places, or Out of the Woods, but it was very poppy for me.
Yep.
I wasn't in love with all the songs on the list, but I do think Clean was absolutely one of the best songs she's ever come out with.
I
ever.
100% agree. Clean can change my mood in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Any songs you think should have been on the top 10 that were not?
Sparks Fly, Fearless, and Mine.
Mine, yes.
Just because they might not be my favorite songs by Taylor Swift, but they were so popular and so well written and well done and well produced that I think they should absolutely be on that list.
Agreed. But you know, Taylor Swift is not over yet. She has a new album coming out, everyone, called Reputation, and it's coming out November 5th. And to say the least, I think fans should expect the unexpected. I think everyone should. And we will see what happens once the album has made its debut into the world. So yeah, speaking of things that have already made their debut into the world, here are 3 more songs off of our, or maybe 2. Let's see what we're feeling.
We'll see what happens.
But here you go. Enjoy.